I'm thinking about making this cutting board. Okay, there's some walnut, some Padauk, maple, and some oak, and that should do it. Last time I tried something like this, albeit it was more complicated, it didn't go off very good, so I didn't spare any clamps. So that's just about set up. It's looking pretty good. This is my end grain cuts for the Padauk that's going to go in this direction. And it's got to be end grain cuts. Don't make the mistake of putting face material down there. It will tear it apart. I know, I've done it before. So these will cut into 1/4 inch strips. I'll get 2 out of each one of these. And in between each one of these glue ups, I've got some parchment paper. That's one way of doing it. There's easier ways. I had a bunch of little pieces though, so I cut them all up. That took some time and tried to match those grains as best I could. And we'll see how it turns out. What do you think, Rube? Good solution? Huh? She's going, yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, what do we have this morning? Let's see, huh, Rube? Okay, that came out nice. I came in earlier and took the clamps off that on the outside bench and brought it in here. These look good. Let's pull them apart. Do some maintenance on these clamps. Get on with glue on them. Just an FYI, those are horrible clamps. They're aluminum. Clean them up. You can actually stick that into the aluminum and scar it and mess it up. They get glue on them and they don't work as nice. These won't slide, they get stuck. And they bend a little bit, and that does affect your projects. Put that clamping down, power on there, and you watch them bend out like that. That's not good. I wouldn't buy those again. So I ran this through the joiner, and I want to show you something. On this side of the pattern, I can get pretty aggressive. I can take that down a little bit. I just have to worry about this not being square. You want that square. But if it's not exactly square, it's not going to hurt that bad. On this side, though, this side, you got to be really careful not to get too aggressive, because you want to keep this distinction right here. And if you get too far into this, coming down, this is going to start showing a square point on there, and it'll start messing with the illusion, especially if you get it too far down. You see these little voids here. I'm not real concerned about that void because it's in that dark pattern and you want a shadow there. So that I can just glue up, not a problem. On the other hand, over here, I don't like this. That looks like a problem to me, and it looks like it goes back into here as a void there. So first thing I'm going to try and do is suck this up and see if it will suck up at all. If it will, then I'll put some glue in it and leave it, and clamp it and leave it. Yeah, look at that. Okay, nice. Check and see how effective that is. Right here, you see the depth of that. Let's come. Check it over here. Right now it says I'm all the way down to here. Let's see if that has any squeeze out in there. Okay, see the squeeze out coming out there. My imagination. All right. That's Padauk is nasty stuff. Gets in your sinuses and really screws you up. Set up a jig here. That's pretty handy little tool there. That works great. Set this up back here and I can adjust the size, make my cuts. First I want to straighten out this edge a little bit. I think I'll put a border on it. And I'll just use some walnut. It'll be nice. I'm gonna make a sanding jig. Like that trick? I don't have a sanding table. That would be very nice, but this works. Okay, it's done. See you tomorrow. Been a busy morning, huh, Rube? Went walking with a little woman making bread. Yeah, let's pull that out. Oop, my bread needs tending. Gotta go take care of that. My third folding pinch. Can't do this one-handed, so. Okay, so what we've got here is this side's pretty straight. It's not terrible. That I can live with. But this side bowed. This whole thing bowed. And you can see pretty thick here, and then it comes down, it gets way too thin, and that's just gonna show like crazy. So what I gotta do, and I should have done in the first place before I glued this piece on there, trued this up. So this is gonna get a little narrower, this pattern, but that's not gonna affect it that much. You'll see it more here than you will in that. So I'm gonna cut that off, put a new piece on. See that fall down the side there? Dang it. Dang it, papita. So deciding what's the top and what's the bottom on this. And this I originally thought would be the top. Change of plan. As I look at this, I'm thinking this is much better. I only see one void, and that's right there. Everything else looks pretty darn good. This gets thin. How thin that gets there. Okay, fixed two problems with one shot here. I went ahead and filled that, and I replaced this end piece. Okay, well, it says here that that should be the last glue up. Okay. Well, that's it. Go back to baking some bread. Find a pulling pinch here. Clean up this mess and then back out to the cutting boards. Pull this apart and let's get some sanding done. Gotten through the first sanding. Now I'm trying to decide which side's up and which side's down. Oh, that feels so nice. It's like a baby's butt. I think this is it. I think that's the top. Rounded the top, chamfered the bottom. I gotta clean that all up. And I'm going to raise the crane on this, give it another sanding. Juice groove's done. Now I just gotta sand it like crazy and we're done. I may have to get some more cutting board oil here. It's the tiniest little sliver, but after a while, it won't let you ignore it. All right, you're gonna have to get serious